Ladies and gentlemen, this is Click Nerd. What's going on, guys? This is your boy UA. This is the Tech, and ladies and gentlemen, it's the Comic Guy.
What's going on, guys?
Paul.
Hi, Mom.
First and foremost, thank you, Paul, for coming into welcome our little area that we try to make the Bat Cave, the Comic Nerd, the Nerd Cave, the Nerd Hub. I don't know how many names we have for it. All of them. First and foremost, what is your resume? What brings you here to nerd out with these two guys?
Currently working at TBS.
Wow. Swag.
Just the pleb. I don't own nothing. But also been collecting comics since I learned to read with comics. Since I was yay high.
Okay, I can respect that. Me too. And you too as well,
100%
right?
100% is how I learned words such as like conscious and cosmic coincidence. Coincidence?
Coincidence.
The cosmic coincidence?
You guys know my story. I wouldn't read a book. My grandma put a comic Spider-Man in front of me, and I started reading. So I can relate to both of these guys. So I have a couple of questions, and before we start, because we got a new guy here, we gotta get him in. We gotta get him in the circuit. So you are a TBS comic maestro. I mean, you lead us to what we need to do to get our holy grail Bibles of comics. What are some of the things that you've seen, some of the culture that you, in the comic world? Like, what are people buying right now, if you can?
And you, real quick, TBS Comics. Would you please let everybody know what TBS Comics is for the people that are not in?
You want me to let them put
Paul, anybody?
I have a couple of questions. Do you want the lie that I believed for 6 months? I'm putting this on the internet, Ed. Or would you like the real truth as to what it is?
I want the whatever keeps you employed, because we don't want to F that up.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
absolutely.
So we're going to tell the lie that I was told initially. I started working there. I was actually just wondering what TBS stood for.
Okay.
You guys are going to
I need to know what this stands for. This is fantastic.
So TBS stands for the bat signal. Because we got the giant yellow bat. Now, hold up. That's not the real answer. That's the lie.
Okay.
I was told that by Ed 2 months into being hired. I was like, hey, what does it mean? What's this do? And he's like, yeah, it's the bat signal. 2 months after that, there was a customer in line that asked, hey, what's TBS mean? And I'm checking somebody out, and it's like, oh, it's trade by sell. And I had to stop and ask him to his face. I'm like, excuse me? It's what? Yeah, trade by sell. So you lied to me for 2 months.
Oh. I did not see that coming.
That's awesome. Trade by sell.
Yeah.
So much like Quicksilver, I did not see that coming.
Well, that's how I feel about Click Nerd, because people say, "Oh, so what is Click Nerd?" I said, "We want you to click on that nerd. You know what I'm saying? Click on that bell. Click the nerd. We need it.
Hey, subscribe, bell, like,
but also
do a comment.
Click-wise.
The click.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're on
I think that was
nerds.
spelled with an E, but that's okay.
Well, no, but see, we try to do the thing where
try to be fancy.
Oh, it's one word?
The
Okay, yeah,
no, it's not.
No, you're right.
It's not one word.
We're just trying to be like
we were trying to change the spelling because there was the other guy.
Because of that song out there.
Yeah.
We didn't want no problems, because obviously,
no, that's fair.
If they say, hey, cease and desist, we're going to cease and F and desist.
Right, and then there was also that other, there's like a whole group out there called Clique, CLIQUE, and we didn't want to be associated.
See, that's what I thought it was, but no, I get it now, because it's still the click.
So now
as
it's
in
click.
Yeah.
It's improper now, we can do what we want.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate you making time. I know this is a Sunday. I guess, what other questions I can ask for you, sir? Okay, let me ask this. As a collector, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of things. What are good habits to have as a collector? If you can answer that.
As a collector, try and maintain your stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get it, you get it in the bag immediately, and by that I mean the bag that you're taking home. You purchase it, we slide it in a bag, and it's not even like a bag and board. It's just your paper or your plastic.
Right.
Take care of that.
Most definitely.
Because I know a lot of people have a backlog of stuff that they either are going to file or they're going to read, and it's just going to be a stack that stacks on top. And you can just get those comics in there that are just all the way at the bottom, and they've been sitting there for a while.
Yeah.
But you set something on top of it, and it slid just that little much.
Yeah, you're right.
So now it's just wrinkled. And it's like, just be careful with that.
That made my eye
If you
twitch.
Do you want to chime in there? Because I know you're a massive
100%.
collector, just from what I've seen, what you have. So obviously, I want to give your 2 cents in.
100%. Like, I would never stack anything on top of it. That's not going to happen. What you get is a curve.
It means OCD.
Right? You have a spine, which is automatically thicker than the book. If you put things on top of each other, you're going to start getting a curve. Then you're going to get the line down the curve, down the spine. Negative. Store your comic books in an upright position. If you're going to put it in a box, use a space saver so that they don't dip and they don't curve either. Man, y'all saw that episode we did on how to bag your comics. If
Check
not,
it out,
we'll
man.
redo it. But I mean,
Do we
One
have
more?
eye icons?
Oh, icons like you put some on there. Maybe
I can.
He can. He
I
will.
can.
Maybe.
I will.
They're here somewhere.
Yeah. One more question, then we're gonna start the show. So let's say you're a person that wants to get into comics and you start going to your comic book store. What would you say if there is a etiquette to going into the comic book store and just trying to be in the essence of the comic world? What would you say what is the do's and what is the don'ts in your opinion? And again, this is just your humble opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that question.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start out with the basics.
Please.
What do you do to get into comics? Pick up what you want. It looks cool. Get it. Do the thing. If you see
Do
a
the thing.
cover that looks awesome, look at that. Try and read that. Cool. If you're looking to just get into the geek culture world, talk to people. You're allowed to talk to people. I understand. A lot of us are recluses. I stay at my house a lot. I don't go out. But a lot of the nerds are just passionate about sharing what they like. And it can be overwhelming to receive all that information. But it's okay.
So you're saying that the intimidation factor is there, obviously, but don't get overwhelmed by that intimidation factor because, in all, it wasn't always cool to be a nerd.
Yeah.
So now it's a thing,
It's
right?
protected. They're gonna protect it, obviously.
Right. So now, like, let's be nerd and nerd alike and talk to your fellow nerd and understand how to get into comics. You have to talk to people because you may find a gem that you didn't know was out there. As you were talking to Ryan earlier, or Yue, about Miracle Man.
Yo, yeah. That whole thing,
They educated me on it. I've seen the covers multiple times. I knew exactly what they were talking about, but I've never actually picked up a copy, turned a page. So they gave me some great insight. It's an amazing story, by the way. It makes me like if there's a way I can like start collecting start from one and kind of go from there.
don't do that. Oh, actually, that's a whole other thing. You don't have to start from number one.
Okay.
Now, Miracle Man, maybe, but that's a very small story. A lot of what people are looking at recently is, let's go with, okay, we're ignoring the absolutes. What is that? Wolverine, yeah. A lot of people are looking for like number ones of that, or like number ones of a big run. I've had people walk up, say, hey, I want to get Showcase, don't quote me on this, 22 for the Flash.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And it's like, no, that's, you can absolutely.
Is it the introduction to like Reverse Flash?
No, it's actually, I believe, again, don't quote me on this, Barry Allen's first appearance.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, I want to do the Flash from the beginning. I want to do Batman from the beginning.
Right.
And it's like, don't. That's 60 years of continuity.
Right.
If nothing else, find the most recent run that's going on. Maybe start from there. You can start from that number one. However, recently in the comic market, the current number ones are getting picked up a lot. So it may be a little bit harder to go ahead and get that number one. Waiting for a trade paperback is okay. You just want to be able to read things.
Yeah.
If you are looking to collect, that's a whole different side of the market and a whole different way to do things.
So there's different functions to collecting comic books. There's
Yeah.
the collector, there's the reader, there's a reader collector, there's the avid guy, there's a guy who just wants to buy all the variants to sell them. There's a million different ways to get
Yeah.
into it, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot.
So if you're just interested, you're saying you can pick up with a certain run and just go with it and pick up right from there instead of going way back from the lore. Now you could do that later.
Yeah,
but
if you
for
can do
right
that later,
now, start here.
No, always, and get what you can, but don't do it too much at once. I have failed that myself. I was like, oh yeah, I don't have to pay rent this month. I did. I paid rent. It was all good. I don't have to do anything else. I forgot I needed food, but that's neither here nor there. I'm here now. So it was definitely got several short boxes full of just comics, and like I was like, don't tell my parents.
Ramen noodles.
No, nobody.
So as you can see, there are some ways that you can start, and we're looking forward to you guys doing that with us. Starting with Click Nerd. This is a place where you can be your true and genuine self. Be a nerd. If you like comics, movies, this is what we're here for. So as we get into the stuff, as we start the show, thank you for tuning in. Absolute Power is where we're getting at. Let's go. Where are we at on Absolute Power? It is an amazing read. I've read Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. They're amazing.
But is this somewhere you could just pick up?
So,
right?
Fortunately, with these, yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately, all of the number ones are out relatively available. We have personally here in our store, we have a bunch of the reprints.
He gave me Batman. He knows me. He knows me.
Okay,
he knows me.
Can we
and he
also
gave me
pause
Superman
for a second?
because LCS, local comic book shop. Yeah, what's that?
Can we pause for a second? This man is built like a brick shit house.
Why?
I don't know.
We don't know.
You see them
I
traps?
You
see the traps?
Homie is 99% traps. The rest of what you see is just padding.
But this is the thing.
Everything is big.
A lot of times when you have someone that has that physique, that they are not really like, they're just a bruiser, right? He's smart. He's planning stuff out. He's got Alfred watching him, and he's narrating like, "Oh, okay, you actually have skill. You have technique. Oh, you're a technique in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai." He's saying you set up certain scenarios where you got he's obviously put thought and effort into this, but he's doing it in I guess I don't want to say a blue collar way, but I know that's the way that they're trying to narrate, right?
You're 100% right. So
he's
doesn't
not rich. He's not rich. Yeah.
So you think about Batman without the money.
Urban warfare, urban mission. You know what I'm saying? Everything that is practical. But I don't know.
Think about Batman.
But the suit is.
Are you talking the cape?
Yeah,
dude. So the cape is awesome.
It's functional.
I love it's very functional. It gives the fear purpose, but it also gives those hooks on the end.
Yes.
Those grab.
No more grappling hooks.
The spikes on the back where he does the fish.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the symbol?
Are you talking the axe?
You talking the axe, bro? I mean, like straight up.
We covered this before, but we have to recover it again.
So I mean, like his symbol is an axe. So people that were hating on the symbol being kind of blocky, there's a reason why it's blocky. It's because it's a damn axe.
I've always seen like crescent axes that can come out of the bat symbol, but I'm sorry, like this big brick of an axe. Yeah,
let's cut your hand off, right?
So let's go into Wonder
full
Woman.
Power.
Let's go into Woman. Let's
go.
The reason why I want to go into Superman first.
No, let's go.
Because Wonder Woman's a bit.
No, let's say Superman last.
Okay.
Let's say Superman. I know you want that. Let's say that last.
Okay.
Let's go into Wonder Woman because obviously they changed the dynamic of what she is.
Yeah.
Born in Hades, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Not quite born. Oops.
No, you're good.
My bad. Born on Themyscira. 2 Amazons
transferred to Hades.
Yeah,
my bad.
Raised in hell.
Yeah.
Not only that, she's not even allowed to say the word Amazon, and nobody else is either.
That one's I'm a little.
Do you know
interested
why?
in that.
Do you know why? Here's my theory.
Okay, what's up?
My theory is he was scared, and when we say he, we're talking about the person who put her there. Go read the comic book to find out. He was scared of the Amazons.
Oh, yeah.
And so he made them forget. He wanted her to forget who she was, so she doesn't become the person she is going to be.
Because she's going to be more powerful with that knowledge.
Correct. So, and you're talking about a Wonder Woman who can actually do spells with magic. her lasso isn't the lasso of truth anymore. It's something completely different.
Yeah, dude,
she
that's
rides a
gonna be so
horse
dope.
named Pegasus.
That's dead.
That is the number one Pegasus
The
that ever
original Pegasus.
existed.
That was
By the
dope.
way, that's why it looks like bones and skeletons, because it's the first one that was taken from existence, and this is the number one Pegasus that there is out there.
I love
Isn't it
Steve's
beautiful?
reaction to it.
And that's what I was gonna say. You know, like everything changed, but something still stays the same. Steve Trevor still trying to get them cheeks. I don't know.
He clapping them cheeks.
I
He
don't
clapping
know.
them cheeks.
Not yet.
He will.
He will.
He
He
will.
will.
And
Somehow.
Death by Snoo Snoo is understood.
Death by
Um,
Snoodle is acceptable by all.
That
means.
was dope.
Hashtag
necessary.
Death by Snoo Snoo
Yes.
in the comments.
I'll
Yes.
take Death by
Um,
Snoo Snoo all day.
Definitely.
All day.
But
Twice on
definitely, it's one of those that it's not immediately like, yes, hot, absolutely. Woman is 14 feet tall.
Dude, do you
and
see her standing next to
stares-
the general?
Dude, that was hilarious.
She's like, "Don't talk down to me," and she's like pointing at
Yeah.
him.
Give him that
and
finger
she
point.
doesn't take shit.
No.
But also, Steve isn't immediately just like all over her. He's
No.
like, okay, cool. This person has showed up to help.
Yeah.
Hasn't messed with anything yet. I bumped into her on the island years ago.
Yeah, he's not thirsty yet.
And
She saved
homie,
me.
Yeah, homie was dead or in hell. What's that about?
Oh, because she didn't actually. Okay, so to cross reference this, she saves him from like a basilisk type.
Hydra, I think it
Hydra,
was?
that's what it
Yeah.
was. She saves him from that, right? And when she saves him, her mother's like, her pseudo mother's like, "You fought the Hydra to save him?" She's like, "I didn't exactly fight the Hydra. I just
took him.
took him." And so when she took him, he goes, "Holy crap!" And when he wakes up, he's like, "Where am I?" She's like, "Well, don't freak out, but you're kind of in hell."
Yeah.
He's like, "Am I dead?" She's like, "Not exactly."
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, because she was brought there not dead.
Right.
Cersei was. We don't know if Cersei's dead or not.
I think that this is like a, so like there's obviously some kind of portal or realm
Yeah.
passage that you can go through to get there, and obviously this is a much different Wonder Woman than we're used to.
Most definitely.
Because we just got done reading number 2.
And we're only 2 in, and
Oh.
we're like, what the hell?
So at the end of number 2, let's just say there's a big giant ass Cloverfield monster,
Oh my
and
God,
she is
that
like,
thing-
you said it earlier, Paul.
It's so big. It's
pause.
the no that
No
thing's
pause.
scary.
That was-
But it's the harbingers that she was fighting earlier, and she's like, go home. They're like, okay, cool, and then that thing shows up, and it's like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
General, the city, please.
No.
But you said a mile.
The city.
Right.
Right. Evacuate the city.
Like, get
I'm
them out
here
of there.
to help. We're
I will
fucked.
buy you time.
Yeah, if I can do that.
But I'm gonna die. But I'm gonna buy you time. Leave.
Yeah, dude, that thing is
Absolute Wonder Woman. I think it's probably the strongest book, in my opinion.
Out of 3,
Out of 3.
okay.
I don't know if I would agree with that, but I respect your.
Okay, what I mean by that is the way it
The
segues.
storytelling?
Yeah, because I'm not saying that it's the best book. I'm saying the strongest as far as like weaving in and out, because it takes you in time, out of time. Superman does it too, but the way Wonder Woman is doing it, it already set us up for number 3, and I didn't feel like it set us up for number 3. I felt like it's one continuous story.
Yeah, I can see
your
that.
point. I can see
It
your
was
point.
beautiful the way they did it.
Good,
So
good job, Tech.
Yeah,
That was a good look.
I
So
appreciate
go
that.
ahead, hit us with number 3. Not number 3. Hit us with Superman. I think. Well, I'll just say what I like about it and what I'm kind of like.
okay.
Okay, so obviously I asked him before. I was like, the red dust is very convenient. The red dust of Krypton, is that what that is? Please explain.
Oh, the
Oh,
cake.
so
Okay.
so
Yeah, it just seems the cake that he can block everything and capture
This is why I
everything
like the Superman the most.
Okay.
This is why I like Superman so great. This is it. So like we were talking about Batman's cape being functional, right?
Yeah.
Now you have Superman's cape not just flowing in the wind, showing how beautiful it is to be Superman.
No,
it's
tight.
functional, right? So
Yeah.
you have this red kryptonite dust. which is what his father Jor-El and his mother was working on before the planet exploded. So it's a whole different take on Superman.
Dude, that was cool.
Yeah, along with the crest, meaning like we're people of steel, because on that planet
That is dope, because he's not like a high up like scientist.
Yeah,
you're just the S means you're just an average worker.
Yeah,
you're just a regular person on the Krypton.
That is so cool.
That is just like
it's
so again.
They did
they're
something
going
different.
with that blue collar. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about this on this planet.
When you pick up with Superman, Absolute Superman #1, you think, okay, what is his suit? Is his suit giving him the power? No, it's not. When you look into Superman #2, you realize that the suit was part of the spaceship that got him there in the first place. And the beautiful part about that is the suit's functional. So you have this built-in AI called Sol, which is what's inside of the actual built-in suit. And then you have the cape. The cape, the red kryptonite dust, can be a shield. It can do all kind of things. It's amazing.
I believe it does like pick people up in the second one.
Yes. What about the time where so him and Lois are handcuffed to each other?
But that's not the dust,
cape comes in.
That's not the. Oh no, go ahead, continue.
No, the dust. It's all about the dust.
But it's like the arm part of it. It's like a symbiote. It went into the gauntlets of the.
I agree with that.
And it was like hold on, let me analyze. And he took him a while to analyze because he had to go and fly.
Well, because every time you break the cuff, it rebuilds itself.
That's right. The cuff was rehealing, so that's obviously a Brainiac.
Dude, I'm excited about the Brainiac stuff.
Yeah, because Brainiac's looking like he's just gonna be the usual dick that he is.
I'm actually gonna capitalize that dick. It's gonna be capital D dick. No pause. But
he said no pause.
I like that.
Homie is keeping all of those cities,
but
they're being tortured. Normally, anytime we've seen those cities, it's just, hey, this is remnants of the thing.
Yeah.
No, he's being a complete dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because while he's in there the first time, at the end of issue 1, you just see all those cities just screaming.
How about the Clark Kent references that we're getting, but it's not Clark Kent? So when you see Superman when he's not Superman, he's dressed like a guy off the street with a hoodie. Blending in with the crowd. And this is your Clark Kent, but you don't know he's Clark Kent. It's dope. So you don't get that Clark Kent, but you get Clark Kent. It's dope.
I think what I think is very relevant is that the relationship between Lois and Clark again, because obviously it's a different dynamic because she's actually kind of like I guess a lioness, or she's an operator where she's supposed to be attacking him or capturing him, but she still finds attraction to him. While she's capturing,
she was like, "Hey,
he smells like."
I want to play the naughty dance.
Yeah. What was it? He smells.
The musty, musty smell. She's like, Superman's musty, and I like it.
The musk, or whatever. Yeah. So I mean, I think that dynamic is always still going to be Lois and Superman, or Lois and Clark is still going to be coming to play in the Superman power. All these books are amazing. All these books have changed the dynamic or the look of the Trinity superheroes. And they're going to be changing. So what tied into it? What was the key tie-ins that, if you guys can, that just like, okay, this was a decent read. This is going to bring
this kind of tie-in.
Yeah. Can you indulge?
So this was our first representation of Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman. This is where you first see him, right?
Yeah. So that is wild. It's also it's wild for 2 reasons. The story, fantastic, absolutely insane. It's also the physical way the book is presented. It's got it's got that flip that you can do. So you got that side, and then you got that side. Yeah.
One side, by the way, one side is the hero's perspective. The other side is Darkseid's perspective.
Yeah. So it's a whole lot. Are we into describing what goes on in the story?
Go for it, man.
So if you guys have finished Absolute Power, the event that just happened, all the superheroes have finally decided, hey, we're doing the Justice League again. The Titans were like the heart of the hero core previously, but Amanda Waller got too big, so we need to bring the League back.
Was that in that Fear stuff that was before that?
The Nightmare one?
Lazarus Planet. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then after that came the Titans, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot that fed into after Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths. The longest name change ever. Ridiculous. We'll just call it the Dark Crisis. After that, we had like Lazarus Planet, the Dawn of DC imprint, which was just that cool banner.
Yeah,
like
I
we
liked
have
it.
the All In now. Which,
I liked it.
If going back to the collecting, way back at the beginning, if you want to start, do it from like the Dawn of DC stuff. That is a reasonable place that you can jump in.
Yeah.
And you don't all the major stuff that you know of, Batman getting his back broken, Superman dying, Wonder Woman getting her powers changed, any of the characters that you know that have had large changes in their dynamic, they're still going to be there. You can still go get those other books, or even again, I will always do the trade paperback. It's okay. If you're just going to read, do that.
I agree. Tie-ins to me.
Did you have problems with them, man?
I do, because, geez, I can't keep up with your 75 tie-ins. Can you please just write a story?
Task Force X or Task
I'm sorry,
Force.
you mean this?
Oh, thank you. So, okay.
Now, nobody cringe at me. Nobody yell at me in the comments. I don't have all the sleeves for them. I made a mistake. That's part of it.
But those are just number ones of the tie-ins.
This is part of it.
Tie-ins. It's good. I can see it.
That's part of it. This minus let's see, that's Batman and Wonder Woman extra reading. This is almost the entirety of Absolute Power. This is insane.
This is why it's intimidating to start comic book reading, because
Ching!
stop it. Can you just give me the story and then throw in the tie-ins as a subsequent effect of this?
Yeah.
But I don't have to read it to understand what's going on. Absolute Power does a pretty good job of doing that, to where you don't have to read all the tie-ins
you
to
don't have to
understand
read all the
everything.
tie-ins.
Unlike, I don't know, what was that stupid ass
X-Men?
Blood Hunt? Jesus
Oh my God,
Christ.
Blood Hunt did so much.
It was good, but you
kinda
had
took-
75,000.
Yeah.
It was a good read, but it turned me off because it was so much.
There's too many.
Yeah, it
You
was
had
so
to
much.
read so many of the side ones to be able to understand
There's
what happened.
still
was doing my
Blood Hunt
best to follow
tie-ins
Blade.
being put out.
There's still more.
Are you
Yes.
talking Blood Hunters?
No, so yeah, Blood Hunters. Werewolf by Night is still doing Blood Hunt.
Oh yeah, so it's followed up on it, yeah.
But
Which I like that as a universal ramification. Like,
Okay.
hey, this event happened.
Yeah.
But we have follow-ons. We have Blood Hunters. We have Werewolf by Night.
Miles
we
Morales.
have Blade. We have Miles being a friggin' vampire.
Not only that,
Spoiler alert. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
but not only is Miles a vampire, but he has extra powers because of that.
Yeah.
And then freaking Black Panther has to make him a suit to nerf those
All that.
powers down so he doesn't
Yeah.
kill people.
Yeah. That is a
But
level of insane that is...
But how would you know that if you?
Yeah, if you're just
That's a
reading
child,
Miles...
though. That's a child.
No, but I mean, no. How would you know to read that to
you're
know
right.
that
You're right.
without this tight? That's what I'm saying. It's
That's why
too
you tune
hard
in
to
to
keep
Click
up.
Nerd.
Also, yeah, do that.
Close it out, man.
All right, man. Click Nerd. You saw it here. We got Paul. We got Yue. Got the Tech K. What's going on, guys? Please hit us up in the comments if you like this video. Don't forget to check out our shorts, and we'll see you again next time. Let us know. Do you guys want to see more of Paul? Because I think we do.
More Paul.
All right, let's go.
Let's
Peace.
go.